Good evening and welcome. Welcome Meredith on the telephone. Welcome to all in chambers. This is the regular meeting of Council of the Municipality of Swan Valley West held in Council Chambers at 216 Main Street West, Swan River, Manitoba, this 25th day of October 2022 at 7 p.m. Present, myself, Deputy Reeve Blosha, Councillors Foster, Pierrepont and Wills, and Councillor Kushniryk is expected shortly. Also with us is our CAO James Webb and our Assistant CAO Sheila Hawkins, as well as Jeremy Bergen doing a podcast. First resolution, be it resolved that the agenda for the regular meeting of council held this 25th day of October 2022 shall be adopted as presented. Do we have a mover, please? Moved by Councillor Foster, second by Councillor Wills. Any additions requested? There being none, we'll call the question. All in favor? That is carried. Next resolution, be it resolved that the minutes of the regular council meeting held on October 11th, 2022 be adopted as presented. A mover for that, please. Councillor Blosha moves, seconded by Councillor Pierrepont. Are there any errors or omissions? There being none, we'll call the question. All in favor? That is carried. Have anything under Public Works report?
Well, I could just give a quick update that the roads are road repairs are complete. We were still working on some culverts and some roads this week. The grass cutting is on hold for a couple days. Hopefully we'll get back at it next week to finish it off. It's going well. Other than that, we'll be doing another lap around with the graders before it freezes up. So that's the next big thing.
Okay, are there any questions? Delegations or petitions? Next resolution is 7.1. Be it resolved that the Council of Swan Valley West does hereby approve the 2022 Airport Commission budget as presented. Be it further resolved that Council of Swan Valley West does hereby approve the 2022 airport levy of $39,797 for the municipality. Do we have a mover, please? Moved by Councillor Foster. Do we have a seconder? Councillor Pierrepont seconds the motion. Any discussion? I guess I could add then that they have not agreed to change the method of calculating.
They're still on the way they did it.
Yeah, so I just wanted to clarify whether we needed to move ahead or wait for that, or just what the council wishes on it.
Just to refresh your memory, the Municipality of Mountain, Municipality of Minnetonka-Bozeman, and Municipality of Swan Valley West requested a change in the method that the contribution is calculated on. It currently is at 100% on assessment. All other airports throughout Manitoba of similar size are all done on a per capita basis. Town of Swan River has defeated the motion at their table and are unwilling to make any adjustments up to this point in time at any rate.
And it was sort of decided too that the other ones wanted to make the decision, like Mountain and Minnetonka, Bozeman and us, like it was just Town of Swan River.
Plus the town signed a new agreement to maintain the airport and all of those costs went from cost recovery to contractor rate, I guess.
Yeah, full rate, yeah.
Do we have a breakdown of the other municipalities' contributions or not?
Yes,
Should be on there.
On,
yeah.
Yeah, we're the highest,
we're the highest,
39, so town of Swan River's 30,366.
so we're $9,000 more.
Yeah. Total disbursement's 25,363. Mountain's 7,919.
Any other comments or questions?
Myself, I would like to see it sort of wait till it's decided, but I guess at this time, I don't know what to say.
Well, maybe we should table it. There's no sense in jumping into it if we're not sure about it,
Yeah,
if we don't like.
yeah.
Would we have to go ahead and defeat the motion then, or would we just table it at this point?
Well, we could do either one, yeah.
If we defeat the motion, then it can't be brought forward unless
I
there's a
think we
vote
should just
motion,
table
so
it.
we'll just table it.
Okay.
Agreement to table it then?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
When it comes to the financials, I did write the check for it, so we just gotta remember to exclude that check from the check run this time. Just in case I do forget.
Okay, next resolution, be it resolved that the 2021 financial statements and 2021 audit from RISE be received by council of the Municipality of Swan Valley West. Do we have a mover, please? Moved by Councillor Blosha, seconded by Councillor Wills. Any discussion on that?
So it's up to date.
As up to date as the audit can make it, there were some minutes apparently that were missing, and the auditor made note of that in the auditor's report. So they weren't sure of all the payments, but there must have been bank statements that they could have verified that on.
So that was to the end of 21.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
there's no activity in 22.
22, yeah.
Further questions?
No.
Not, we'll call the question. All in favor? That is carried. Moving on to 8.1. Be it resolved that Council of the Municipality of Swan Valley West hereby approves the following payments. General checks number 18165 to 18214 in the amount of $2,491,745.56, less than the check for,
airport.
do you have that amount offhand? Or do I-
39,797?
39,795 would be what is being debated and paid here this evening.
39,797, yeah.
And that'll be check number, I'll include that as saying that it'll be check number 18204.
Excluding check number 18204?
Yep.
Okay. That's the way the resolution will read. Give me a minute to peruse those other checks.
So that would be the final payment to the library?
That's right, yeah.
Okay,
Any other questions? Everyone had a chance to get through them?
$18,208.
It was 2 culverts north of Whitefish Road.
It just said Benito, so I wondered.
Oh, yeah, they
Like so
hauled
long.
gravel, he hauled gravel from Benito, so maybe that's just a short
Okay.
statement there, yeah.
What's the number? 18?
18,208.
18,208, I just.
Okay.
Okay, it's Benito Pit, I see it now, okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
We haven't crushed it, Graham's yet this year, so.
Okay, anything further? Not, we'll call the question, all in favor? That is carried.
For some reason I closed my, who moved and seconded that? I closed my screen. I don't think we maybe had a mover or a seconder because we were talking about the exclusion.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think that was my mistake.
I'll move it.
Moved by Councillor Foster,
Yeah,
seconded by Councillor Pierrepont. Now we'll call the question, all in favor?
Sorry about that.
That is
folks.
carried. Yeah, let me get
Can't
this
even say
right.
we're new anymore.
No,
Okay, 8.2, be it resolved that Council of the Municipality of Swan Valley West hereby approves the following payments, direct deposit payments, numbers 550058 to 550069, in the amount of $8,139.32. Do we have a mover, please? Moved by Councillor Blosha, seconded by Councillor Wills. Any questions there? If not, we'll call the question, all in favor? That is carried. Eight point three, be it resolved that Council of the Municipality of Swan Valley West hereby approves the following payments, payroll payments, checks number 4362 to 4376, in the amount of $23,373.35. A mover, please. Moved by Councillor Pierrepont, seconded by Councillor Blosha. Any questions on that list? Not, we'll call the question, all in favor? That is carried. Moving on to 8.4, the financial report to September 30th. Therefore be it resolved that Council of the Municipality of Swan Valley West does hereby approve the financial statement for September 30th, 2022 as presented. A mover, please. Moved by Councillor Foster, seconded by Councillor Pierrepont. Take a few minutes to go over this to ensure that everyone understands what the current financial position was as of the 30th of September. Maybe you want to go through and point out some highlights, or?
That's good. You see there, in the cash column, the dollar amount that we have in the bank, 4.5. And that's before we did the check runs in October, which included these payout to the school. The rest is pretty self-explanatory there. Taxes on roll is what we have left. for receiving the taxes, 1.2 million. Then we go down into the assets. Flipping the page, we see the trades payables, and that 3.4 includes the second payment for the school education tax. And then it shows the surplus to date of 775,000. That of course is as of September 30th. Flipping on to the next operating funds, revenue and expenses. Our budget is 5.8 million. We're currently at 4 million for revenues, and that a better portion of that is when we transfer at the end of the year from the reserves to cover some of the projects that we've been working on this year. That'll take up some of that. And then expenditures for the general operating of the administration, we had budgeted 786,000, came in at 487. For protective services, 270,000 was budgeted, we came in at 112. Transportation, 1.9, we're at 1.4 currently.
You can see that's rounding off a bit there.
Yeah, just to keep it easy numbers. As far as health, environment services, 227,000, coming in at 81. And then there's a second portion of that for health and welfare, 68, coming in at 5.3. Big part of that will be contribution to the, so if you go to 550, big portion of that will be the recruitment fund for 46,000. That'll be paid out later on. Economic development is 67, coming in at 42. Recreation, 287 budgeted, coming in at 82,000. So it's 287, and it's 82 currently. As you can see, the transfers, 2.2 million, and there's only 1.1 transferred so far. And for the other revenues, you can see the breakdown of that. We had budgeted 525,000 for other revenues, and we're coming in at 512 so far. We have a second payment on the gas tax that hasn't been received yet. Going over to general operating. The first section there is to do with council. We budgeted 128,000. We're coming in at 80,000 to date. General administration, 600, coming in at 353. A big part of that is the administration. We're quite low on that number, as well as office contract. And then we have a payment to the assessment for 50,000 to pay out in October.
Still well below budget.
It is, yes. So general governance is just basically memberships and charities, and budgeted 787. General governance is 58,000, coming in at 53 on that one. And then the 786 is just a subtotal. So just for memberships and such as, and donations is 58, coming in at 53. Protective services, We've broken that down into buildings, Benito Fire, Thunder West Fire, Beavers, Animal Control. All of that together is budgeted at $270,000, coming in at $112,000. Transportation, of course, is a big budget. All the equipment, road work, etc. And as we said at the outset, 1.9 million coming in at 1.4. That won't include the capital work or the work done on bridges. That'd be a separate line. Next section is to do with landfills, recycling, garbage collection, and that we had a budget of 227. Currently we're at 81. Cemeteries, social assistance, doctor recruitments, 68,000, coming in at 5,000 currently.
But that's because the doctor recruitment isn't paid yet.
Right, the 46 for doctor recruitment will have to be paid out.
Yeah.
So then we're going to be at 51,000, so we're still below the 68. Through our developments, planning and such, 18,000, coming in at $9,000. Economic development, we had 67, and we're coming in at 42. Not so much, not as much economic development cost this year. It's down. Recreation, 287, coming in at 82, and that's there's a few shared services that need to be paid out of that eventually.
Yeah, because the library would be out tonight. Or,
Oh, yes, paid out tonight, that's right, it was, yeah. And then you can see the capital purchases there, the what we're looking at. We call it fiscal services, more the capital works that we were doing. And that was at 2.2 million that we talked about, coming in at 1.3 million currently. And the big ones on that is the fire department. We have $1 million budgeted. We are sitting at that $800,000 right now. And for bridges, we had 585 coming in at 340. Those projects are done now. The last section there is the transfers that we make to the reserve funds. We had set aside 431 this year, and we haven't transferred those out to the reserves, but they're usually done in December. If we go to the reserve funds sheet, it shows that for reserves we have 3.1 million, 3.2 million basically, and that is, you'll see a shift of about 600,000 there, so we should end up with about 2.6 million in the reserves at the end of this year.
That's good, yeah.
So still lots of money in reserve. And you got the trust, that's just basically cemeteries and recreation trusts. And then the last section is to do with the utilities and the operation of the utility in Benito. Any questions?
think given all that's been said over the past little while, we can all rest assured that the municipality is on very sound financial footing, and much of that has to be attributed to our CAO and to members of council, obviously, for being very, very careful with taxpayer money. So you all should be commended.
I would just like to pass a big thanks on to the office staff for their part in it as well. It's been very, very good working together on this. It's just super. It makes a big difference even the last 2 weeks to have an assistant CAO. It just really adds some time to the old schedule that we were lacking.
Well, and I've heard positive feedback about our foreman already too. A couple contractors that I've talked to that have just, they've done no work with him, but just talked to him. And they're very impressed with the way he's treated them and look forward to being able to work with him in the future.
That's very good.
I will second that for sure. He's picked up really quick, and with his experience, he's brought lots to the table, and we've been able to get a lot done in 2 weeks, and big encouragement for the future. That also adds huge amount of time to the office schedule. So thanks to Jared and Sheila.
Motion is seconded. Okay, any further questions or comments? Not, we'll call the question on the financial statement. All in favor? That is carried. Nothing for 9, 10, 11?
No.
Okay, move on to committee reports then. Kushniryk is quite late. Yeah, maybe shoot him a text and see if he's planning on coming, or?
Yeah, he was
Whether
going to.
he's dug out of his,
He was going to try to get here as soon as he could. He was just had last minute.
Okay,
Duties.
we will carry on then with the reports. Hopefully he will be here shortly. Councillor Blosha, we'll start with you.
I just had a transportation meeting. That was my only meeting this month. Regular meetings and transportation.
That was back on the 6th, though.
that was the last one.
That was the last one.
Yeah, we hadn't run this time.
So you have nothing in for this period.
I guess I missed it on the last. No, I called in, so.
You did, it just we reported it last meeting. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was at the transportation meeting.
She said this one,
He was on
she
the
covered.
I was there.
This
I
is-
know it.
Seems like a long time, not that long ago, huh?
Went by fastly, yes.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Pierrepont.
I have had no committee meetings at all.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Wills.
Nothing for me either.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Foster, nothing. Well, I guess I'm the only one, then I attended the tax sale on the 18th, and all of the properties came back to the municipality, so. There was a couple who were interested in one until they saw what was owing against it, I guess, and they took leave. What yourself, Mr. Webb?
No committee meetings.
No committee meetings, okay, thank you.
Okay, I've updated that.
Okay. So the resolution reads, be it resolved that we do hereby accept the following verbal reports regarding council committees and communications. Councillor Blosha, no meetings. Councillor Wills, no meetings. Councillor Pierrepont, no meetings. Councillor Foster, no meetings. I attended the tax sale, and our CAO, James Webb, also had no meetings. So, do we have a mover for the resolution? Moved by Councillor Foster, seconded by Councillor Wills. Call the question, all in favor? That is carried. Okay, that brings us to the end of the first portion of our meeting, and typically at this time we open the lines of communication to anyone either on the telephone or currently in chambers. So if you have any questions, now's your time to pose them, or comments regarding what was discussed here this evening.
Would like to thank all of the councillors, the Reeve and the office staff for a good 4 years. Hardworking.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that. There being no other questions or comments, we thank you for attending, and we will go in camera and then call a short recess to allow chambers to clear. Resolution reads, be it resolved that pursuant to section 152 sub 3 of the Municipal Act, council shall meet as a committee of the whole to close the meeting and continue discussions in camera regarding personnel matters, negotiations, and preliminary discussions. Do we have a mover, please? Moved by Councillor Wills, seconded by Councillor Pierrepont. All in favor? That is carried. Be it resolved that pursuant to section 152 sub 4 of the Municipal Act, this meeting shall be reopened to the public. Will the mover please? Moved by Councillor Blosha, seconded by Councillor Foster. All in favor?
Yes.
That is carried. Okay, resolutions arising from in-camera discussion. Code of Conduct, number 9, appeal. Whereas the Council of Swan Valley West verifies they have received and reviewed the Municipal Code of Conduct Appeal Director's report, and whereas the Council accepts the report as presented in full, therefore be it resolved that since the appeal has been denied that Bill Gade is in breach of the municipal or of the Code of Conduct, and the sanctions are upheld as defined in resolution number 2022-348 dated June 14th, 2022, and will be served at such time as he chooses to serve on council. Do we have a mover? Moved by Councillor Pierrepont, seconded by Councillor Blosha. Any discussion? Not, we'll call the question. All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed?
Opposed.
Resolution is carried. Next resolution, whereas the Council of Swan Valley West verifies they have received and reviewed the Municipal Code of Conduct Appeal Director's report, and whereas the Council accepts the report as presented in full, therefore be it resolved, since the appeal has been denied, that Bill Gade is in breach of the Code of Conduct, and the sanctions are upheld as defined in resolution number 2022-349 dated June 14th, 2022, and will be served at such time as he chooses to serve on council. Do we have a mover for that resolution? Moved by Councillor Pierrepont, seconded by
Foster.
Councillor Blosha.
Foster.
Oh, Foster, I'm sorry. I didn't see his hand. Any discussion on the resolution? Not to call the question. All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? That is carried. Next resolution, be it resolved that the Council of Swan Valley West does hereby approve an additional payment of $2,000 to the senior elections official for additional time required above the time estimated in the contract due to extenuating circumstances. Do we have a mover, please? Moved by Councillor Blosha, seconded by
Kushniryk.
Councillor Wills. We can
late
get
to
the
the
next
party.
one, Councillor Kushniryk.
Thank you. Yeah.
Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Yes.
That is carried. Anything further?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Next resolution, be it resolved that this meeting shall now adjourn at 8:50 PM. Be it further resolved that the next meeting is Tuesday, the 8th day of November, 2022 at 7 PM. Do we have a mover, please? Moved by Councillor Foster, seconded by
Kushniryk.
Councillor Kushniryk. All in favor?
Yes.
That is carried.
Good one, Tyler.
Thank you
Oh,
all.
I was close, right?